Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Wine, Hops, and Road Stops on location at the beer stop with my co-host Alan. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Nice cold winter day.
We got a lot of things to get through today, so we're just going to get right into it. If you like what you see here, of course, Facebook.com/Wine, Hops, and Road Stops is the best way to get in touch with us. First off, we got some news coming all the way from the West Coast. As you may know, the people of California are suffering from devastating fires across the state. Sierra Nevada recently announced a nationwide brewing collaboration. Sierra Nevada will be brewing Resilience Butte County Proud IPA and donating 100% of sales to the campfire relief. In addition, they're asking every brewery in America to help brew this beer, and they're offering the raw ingredients to brew this beer free of charge. There are many great breweries in Pennsylvania joining Sierra Nevada to brew this beer, including one of our sponsors. So shout out to Walton Paulpack Brewing Company for doing good and doing a good deed for the people who are suffering out there in California, because that's really devastating. And on your screen is the list of all the Pennsylvania breweries that are involved.
Oh, that's great. I mean, will you drink for charity? It's always a favorite pastime.
Why not? I'm sure when the beer's available, if it's available on this side of the world,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You'll have it.
Absolutely.
Moving along, we have a product here in front of us. It's called Mad Hops. Let's talk a little bit about that. I know you don't know much about it, either do I, but it was sent to us to try live on air.
It's really interesting because, perfect example, you're a beer geek kind of a guy, you go to a party, there's a cake. They're serving, God knows what, but it's usually your Bud Miller Core variety, and you're not that into it. What do you do? Well, these guys came up with these little liquid drops in different flavors. This is the Mad Hops IPA, cherry wheat, porter, pale ale.
So we're going to do a live taste test.
Yeah, and we're using Keystone Light, so we're trying to go with kind of as low end as you can go. So if these, flavor drops can help a Keystone Light, they can do good with just about any beer. Right,
you want to try something with not an overabundance of taste to it, not an overabundance of flavor. And
you wouldn't use like a Yingling Lager, because that's just, like the ambers and all that stuff. It's a little too heavy of a beer. Right. So this is really for Coors Light, Miller Light, Bud Light.
You want to use a domestic, what you're saying, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, here's the claim. A squirt of Mad Hops transforms the taste, color, and aroma of regular, everyday beer. Now, they're made from genuine beer ingredients like hop oils, malts, and bitters. They say that they will elevate the base flavor of a beer and add fruit and other natural flavorings. Let's start with the IPA.
Absolutely.
Now, we put, 5 or 6 drops in each?
Probably about, yeah. So if you're pulling it for a full beer, pour the drops in first, and then pour your beer on top of it. It needs to kind of mix in with the beer.
Smells weird. It kind of has an IPA.
There's almost a citrusy somewhere kind of hiding in there.
Well, it doesn't taste like a Keystone anymore, but...
No.
I'm not really getting an IPA taste to it, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, the bite isn't really that, citrus bite.
It's bitter. It changes the beer, we'll say that. That's where I'm going with the IPA.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah, all right.
Next up.
Next one, we're going to try the cherry wheat. We'll clean the palate a little.
Yeah, now this has a real strong cherry smell to it. I also used a little bit more drops than you did. Mine's actually like
I put about 5 drops in, that much. That's probably double.
Yeah, it's probably about 10.
Yeah. Which is a lot in just that's probably 3-4 ounces of beer only.
Yeah,
so
I'm thinking you may need to add a little bit more flavor than
what there's
that.
Yeah.
But this, I think I added enough because it's a real nice cherry flavor.
Well, the flavor of it, if you're into the fruit beers, is not a bad way to go because cherry's cherry.
Right.
They're not doing anything complicated with it. You drink it and that's cherry. So, I mean, I'd give that a good rating.
Now, I'm not getting a lot of wheat tast to it.
No, yeah, it's pure cherry.
But there's a lot of cherry. So if you like cherry beers, that may do it for you.
Yeah, and like you said, there's probably a lot of other fruit varieties out there that we're not trying today, but the fruit ones seem to so far work out better, I would say.
Now, next up is
a pale ale.
This is a pale ale. Now, there's not really much of a nose on it.
No. So that same kind of flavor as the IPA,
but a little bit less. Yeah, a little bit more subdued. So this actually, to me, I like this better than the IPA.
Yeah, the IPA was a little too much, whatever that flavor was.
I could drink this. I could, yeah. Definitely changes the flavor of the Keystone, and,
Yeah.
and the flavor's not overbearing. This
No.
this was good.
No,
Now,
it's not a heavier beer. It's still a light beer. You know, it's not heavy on the palate or anything.
and you know what we used with this was not an exact science either. We were told to just kind of add it to taste till it tastes right.
Yeah.
So a little bit more drops here, a little bit more drops there.
Yeah.
Depending, you have to go to what your palate's going to like.
Yes, yeah. And if you do add it after the beer is there, you've really got to swish it around because they were heavy and the drops go right to the bottom of the glass.
Okay.
So this is the Irish Porter.
Well, this was interesting.
Yeah, this one has the best nose to it, which
Yes, it does.
which I've already sampled.
There's a lot of chocolate in the nose, which is nice. A lot of chocolate and coffee.
Yeah.
I'd say pretty good job with that.
I would say I would actually use this, but I'm a porter guy, a stout guy to begin with, and if I had a choice of drinking Keystone Light or add some of this, I would actually go for this because it's a little coffee, a little chocolatey.
Yeah, I'm finishing this. This is good.
Yeah. All in all, interesting. Probably a lot of fun if you want to kind of have some friends over. You can just kind of play mad scientist and just a little of this, a little of that, and see what you like.
Or just hide them in your pockets so when you go somewhere and someone opens up a refrigerator and it's filled with domestics, you can be like, I'll
So what? Yep.
So not too bad. Pretty interesting product.
Yeah, I'd give a couple of them a thumbs up and a couple of them,
Yeah, I'm gonna give all of them a thumbs up except for the IPA. That one I'm gonna give just a middle thumbs.
Yeah, but we did keep putting more and more drops in because we kept waiting for that hoppy bite.
Right. And
So we were like 5, 10, big squirt, so maybe we just overdid that as well.
I'll have to try it again. There's still a little bit left, and I like IPA. So, okay, everyone, when we come back, we're going to try some Christmas-themed beers on Wine Hops and Road Stops. So don't go away. There's more of the show coming up right after this. Welcome back to Wine Hops and Road Stops, shot on location here at the Beer Stop. We're getting ready for Christmas. So in front of us, we have a bunch of Christmas-themed beers. Alan?
Well, we're going to start with the one that everybody always asks for, the Mad Elf from Trogs.
Yeah, this is like a classic.
Every year, it used to be the Holiday Elf back in the 1990s. Now it's the Mad Elf. 11% alcohol, honey and cherry flavored, so it masks the alcohol.
We're starting big.
Yeah, starting big. It's just such a nice beer. They have it right every year. And this is one of those that we talked before about aging. I've had a 20-year-old Mad Elf before.
Wow.
So yeah.
Now, does it change a lot?
It completely changes. It completely changes. Here right now we have the 16, 17, and 18 Mad Elves.
A Mad Elf from 2016.
Yeah.
That's going to taste different than this one?
Much different. Even 1 year of aging is going to be. It's a little bit more subtle. The carbonation goes down a little bit. It's just, like I said, it's like aging wines. It just changes the flavor, changes the complexity of it, but it's still a great beer.
Mad Elf is straight up excellent. It's an excellent beer. It's big, but it's a good beer. It's nice to have, in the wintertime.
Yeah, then they also have the Grand Cru out there now, which is their aged Mad Elf that they aged themselves. So I'm aging their aged Mad Elf. Next one is something you haven't had, but it's going to be your new best friend. Another one from Trogs, their Blizzard of Hops. Another one that wintertime everybody's looking for.
This is just flew by me because I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, no, it's just a great winter beer. Quite frankly, you could drink this in the summer too.
It's a hint of citrus, though. It's not overbearing.
No. And it's not even a overkill hoppiness.
No, this is...
comes in around 80 IBUs.
Every beer I've ever had from Trogs, I really like.
When in doubt, if you don't know what to have, go with something from Trogs you've never had before. You're going to enjoy it. All right, next is our other Pennsylvania friends, Victory. This is their Cheers beer.
Again, same thing with Victory.
Yeah.
It's a great brewing company.
We're getting into a little bit more of that spicy notes. A little probably clove or coriander in there. Crisp, clean, not a lot of bitterness, not a lot of bite on the back end.
A little bit of spice. It's not a lot. It's just enough.
Yep. Definitely a Christmassy beer.
Yeah, just enough to consider it like a Christmas beer because you got those spices in there. It's a little hint of spice.
Yep. Next we have Saranac, their Christmas beer or their winter beer. I've yet to have this myself.
This is darker in color.
This is darker, yep.
Has more of a smell to it, more of a nose to it than the last one. Season's Best, winter lager. So A little bit thicker.
But again, easy drinking.
Very easy
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah. Not quite as nutmeggy or spicy.
Right. There's a little bit in there, but not overpowering. It's
No.
real easy drinking beer, like you said.
Nice malty, good heavy malts to it.
Nice. Very nice for a winter lager.
Yeah. And this is from Texas. Their Cheers beer from the Shinerbach. This is a Dunkelweizen, so it's a dark wheat
So this is a German style.
with peaches.
Oh, hey, I didn't expect that.
I didn't either.
Wow.
But that's interesting actually.
Yeah. Especially for like a winter beer.
Yeah.
Expect peaches in the spring, summer, you know.
But I mean, it's very peachy, but not in a artificial way. I mean, you actually get a flavor of real peach.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really nice beer. I like it.
That's interesting, yeah.
Very different. Did not expect that at all.
No.
Holiday cheer. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Next, Great Lakes Brewing, their Christmas.
Again, another great brewing company.
Yep.
A little bit of everything in here,
Yeah.
but not a lot of anything.
Yeah. There's no
That
real
makes any
nose to it.
sense.
Yeah, there's no real nose to it.
No. And it makes it an easy drinking beer, but I'm not really sure what I'm drinking here.
Honey, cinnamon, and ginger.
So we got ginger in this beer, we got honey in this beer, makes a nice smooth beer from the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's interesting.
I'm actually liking it more and more. I'm drinking it. I'm liking this.
So in
one.
an hour, when he's had 3 of them, he's going to really love them.
You know me.
And the last one is the other staple, Sam Adams Christmas.
Shout out to my wife. She loves this beer.
It's a nice white ale with spices. Easy drinking, no bitterness, probably cinnamon, clove, nutmeg. And Sam Adams seasonals, I mean, they do seasonals better than anybody. They really do. And they keep to the tradition of the actual season. Nice beer.
So far, got a great selection of Christmas beers here. I can't believe I didn't know about this. The Blizzard of Hops. It's like an Aussie album. Winter IPA. Did not know about this at all, and guess I'm slipping.
You're getting behind on your drinking.
I'll have to catch up this holiday season, and you could catch up with me. When we come back, road stop time. We're going to go up north to the Great White North. Not really Canada, just up the line a little bit to Wilkes-Barre Township. Krugel's Georgetown Deli. We're going to have a sandwich, sample some beer, and talk about a big cow. Don't go away. We'll be right back on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Our road stop today is in Wilkes-Barre Township at Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer. I'm with Kevin today, and Kevin's going to discuss all about what we have here. And there's a lot to discuss because this place, it's more than just a deli. It's more than just a place to pick up beer. Tell me a little bit about this place, Kevin. How did it get started? Give me a little bit of history of this and the big cow outside.
The big cow is what everybody comes for. The big cow's been here for about 51 years. Back in that day, the family owned a dairy. And in 1967, they put up the cow, and there was a contest for who's going to name the cow. And the winner of the contest named it Three Onina. And so then it became Three Onina since then. But to the residents around here, it's just the big cow. So the place has been around here since, 2007, about 12 years. This has been a beer stop. You don't have to be a beer expert when you come in here. There's a lot of beer, it's very overwhelming. We've got experts here to help you with your beer. I'm a porter and stout lover myself, and so I can help you navigate through that. We also have porter and stout gift baskets. So if you'd rather just say, you know what, just give me the gift basket. I've already selected the beers, I know what's in there, and you're gonna go home with a good selection, whether you pick off the shelf or you take home one of our bags. A beer is kind of like a movie, right? There's beers all over the store that represent a different sort of style of a night. And just like you don't want to watch a comedy every night, you don't always want a 10% chocolate stout. Sometimes you want something light. But there's a different beer for every occasion, for every person. Anybody who says they're not a craft beer lover, they've just been overwhelmed. They haven't found their one yet. I think that's a common thing. I think that a lot of people will have that first craft beer where they're like, I get it now. I understand craft beer. For me, that was Weyerbacher Double Simcoe IPA. I tried that one, and that one turned me into an IPA fan. I finally said, I get it. Our house beer, our chocolate Three Onina, is my wife's one beer that turned her into a craft beer lover. We've got over 2,500 different beers in the store, and we're going to help you find something.
When you walk in, you will first notice the huge selection of craft beer for sale. But they also have fresh beer to go, and you could get it in a crowler.
So crowlers are kind of new tech, I guess. Within the last couple of years, they've become popular, and by and large, they're beginning to replace the traditional growler, which is the glass. And the crowler is C for can. And now it's 32 ounces, so it's half of a growler. You put it into the machine. First of all, you add some CO2 to your can. The CO2 adds the freshness. It preserves the beer, gets the oxygen out of the way. The cans are specially lined to preserve freshness. And then really, you tap it just like a regular beer. And then we run it through our crowler sealing machine. We put a lid on it. It spins it around once or twice, gets a nice solid seal. And then when you're ready to drink it, you just crack it like a regular can of beer.
Krugel's also has several beers on tap that you can enjoy right in the store.
Grab a walking around pint while you're checking out the store, drink some beer, talk about some beer, look at some beer, and hopefully buy some beer.
And you do some other interesting things here during the week too. There's a record player up front.
Got a record player. Everybody loves the record player. And we got a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of Elvis. If you like some Elvis, boy, we got some Elvis for you.
Now you're talking.
But yeah, whenever a football game isn't on, we try to throw on a record or two. If you happen to have your own vinyl, please feel free to come in and play it.
I love this idea because if there's something I love more than beer, it's music. Let's talk about the full kitchen. You can come here and have a bite to eat too.
Wings, sandwiches, hot kitchen, cold kitchen, we got everything. Big fat sandwiches, big healthy meaty sandwiches.
But wait, there's more. Friday nights at Krugel's is something special. They host tasting events.
Oftentimes we have a brewer come out. Wall & Paw Pack Brewery comes out, Rusty Rails come out. Lots and lots of Free Will Brewing is scheduled to come here in a couple of weeks. In lieu of having a brewery in to sample all of their beers, we'll choose a beer, something seasonal usually, something that we would like to show people, and just get a little glass of it.
One of the things that you could have when you come to the Georgetown Deli and beer is a flight like this. No, not exactly like this. This is a special flight you've created for Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. What do we have here?
Well, what we've got is our house beer, our Thrionina Chocolate Milk Stout. So our house beer is made for us by Nimble Hill Brewery. It is our recipe. It's the owner's recipe, actually, based on the chocolate milk, because we used to be a dairy, so that's where that comes from. And then we've got 4 different variants of that beer. So here we've got a banana variant, we've got a caramel, peanut butter, and coconut almond, like an Almond Joy.
Okay.
And every year around the holidays, we'll try to throw on a few of these. Some of these are new, some of these are old favorites. But this is really the first time we've had a side-by-side taste test of all of the variants of our house beer, so no pressure.
I'm excited, actually. So this is the original one.
That's the original Thrionina.
Tell me a little bit about this one.
So it is a house recipe. It's the owner's recipe here. This is the only place you can get this beer. It's brewed for us by Nimble Hill Brewery, and it's a 6.5% chocolate stout. It's got a nice chocolate presence. It's got very good drinkability to it. It's unpretentious, it's drinkable, it's friendly. Non-craft beer drinkers like that beer.
Nice hint of chocolate in the nose. There's a lot of chocolate in the taste. The finish, there's no bite at the end, nice and smooth.
It's got oats and cocoa nibs. So next in line here, we've got our coconut almond, like an Almond Joy.
Okay.
The coconut flavors this year have been really popular with some of the bigger stouts.
Okay, now the nose is a little bit more subtle in this one, but there's a lot of coconut and almond taste to it. Like that's where it's really hitting.
A little bit nutty.
Mm-hmm. Your owner set it up. Nimble Hill
is knocking it out of the park for us. They're great friends of ours, and we really love them over there. So next up, we've got our peanut butter. I have not had the peanut butter personally yet. I love a peanut butter stout.
Well,
so
if you look at me, you know I love peanut butter. So,
so that one's gonna have a really nice peanut butter presence to it, made with peanut oil.
There's a good nose on that. The peanut butter really just, it's there.
The next one we've got is our caramel. The salted caramel. This one was an absolute crowd favorite last year. People went nuts over this one last time we had it out. And you're going to notice this one's a little bit on the sweeter side, I think. I think it definitely brings a little bit of the sweet notes. You get the burnt sugar, you get the chocolate, a little bit of saltiness to soften it out.
Outstanding. All these are really nice dessert beers too.
Very good
After
dessert
you come
beers.
here to the deli, have a sandwich.
They also pair very well with spicy food.
I can see that.
And then finally, we've got our banana. The banana is what we currently have on tap right now, and I encourage everybody to come in and grab a pint of it before it's gone.
Oh, we can really smell
Now,
that.
you get the banana in the nose.
Yeah.
As you're drinking it, the banana kind of doesn't come in until the finish.
You guys did a great job with this.
Appreciate you coming out and trying our beers.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer. Great place to come, have a sandwich, have a flight of beer. That's our road stop for this episode. It's all the time we have on Wine Hops and Road Stops. I hope you guys enjoyed this season of the show. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Come to the beer stop. Check out what they have for that beer lover in your life.
A lot of Christmas stuff now, gift baskets, gift glassware sets. And then we came out this year with the Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. It's in a champagne bottle.
Look at that.
Come on, I mean,
Can't go wrong with that.
I'm not a Miller guy. I got one of those, so.
If you like what you see here and you have any questions for us, facebook.com/Wine Hops and Road Stops. Send us a Facebook message, like us on Facebook, do all that good stuff. But before we leave, I want to give you some real good, quick hangover advice and how to avoid it before it starts. Number 1, know your limits. Number 2, never drink on an empty stomach. Number 3, drink water in between every alcoholic drink, which is the hardest part.
Yes.
Because you forget after 4
There's
or
only
5.
so much room in your stomach.
That too, yeah. You feel bloated. But you know what? It'll be better than, really that dreaded hangover that people like us at our age, that lasts for days. And finally, of course, drink good beer. The better beer has better ingredients in it. Less of the not so good ingredients. So spend a couple extra bucks on a craft beer.
And if you do drink too much, my nose, 7-Up, 2 Alka-Seltzers, Plop Plop Fizz Fizz, and plenty of water that day. And by the end of the day, you're fine.
Eat a greasy breakfast then. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching the show. Have a great Christmas. Happy holidays. And drink good beer. Happy holidays, buddy.
Happy holidays.
Take care. We'll see you next time on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. I should have promoted my book. I should have plugged my book. I didn't plug my book. The last 2 seasons of this show, I didn't plug my book once. Maybe next season. Beer Drinker's Guide to Survival. It's on Amazon. I don't get any money from it, so I don't care if anyone buys it. It's out of print.